Hi, my name is Joyce Toner, and I'm the principal of Central Public School. I was very concerned about the academic achievement of the students. They didn't seem to know what to do, particularly in mathematics. They didn't seem to understand models that they could use to move forward, and the teachers were clearly struggling with how to help these students. When I came to Central, I had been at a school recently who had been at the other end of the scale as far as very high achievement. I'd also had come from a background at the ministry working with OFIP schools, schools that struggle, and I had done a fair bit of program work on mathematics. With all of that information, I knew that the school needed some real support on how to move forward. So I was comfortable with some of the math, and I was comfortable with some of the models we could use, but I could see quite a gap in my teachers' understanding and learning. So I wanted to bring that information to them, help them to learn, but still retain their dignity and their integrity as teachers. At Central, the success started to appear in the students' work, and for me, that is the real data. That's real-time data about whether children are learning or not when it's in their daily work. After some introduction of some of the mathematical models, students began to work with them right away. My first evidence was I started to see open number lines in the school, and this was from grade 1 to grade 8. And I also saw children who would arrive at the office absolutely thrilled to show me their math work. This was something that hadn't happened before. They would come in just so excited, and they understood things. Stands out for me, I had a teacher come in and she was crying, and I was first of all concerned, oh dear, something's happened, but she was actually very happy because one of the students who had never written anything down and who had never said anything during any math class had produced some writing and some work on math. And so she was just tickled pink that this had made the difference for that child. Evidence to me that there was some change happening in the school first started with children coming to the office to show me their work, much of it showing the open number line. And this was from grades 1 to grade 8. And teachers were prompting students to come down and show me their work, and students were also asking to come to the office to share their work because they knew that Mrs. Toner was very excited about mathematics. I also saw when we were collecting data, we would create a wall in our front foyer of different pieces of work from kindergarten to grade 8 to show the developmental continuum of work. We chose to put some of our tasks up. And we started to see that the same models were being used in grade 1 as in grade 7 and 8, and this was disturbing to us. Further down the road, when we started to do our work, we could see on that data wall itself that kids were now using appropriate, sophisticated models at the different grade levels. Provincially, probably the biggest bonus we saw was after just 3 months of this type of work, our EQAO grade 3s improved by 30%, and our grade 6s improved by 5%. And in my experience, even working in OFIP schools in the past, this was quite an accomplishment for our kids. I was very surprised about was how teachers would take the models and started to sort of blend them into the good teaching they were already doing. For instance, a teacher started with an art project that she did each winter, and she had the students then make up questions in mathematics. So here they were, posing questions. She had them in the hall. Other students came to answer those questions, and the results that came back, just on little post-it notes, all included some of the models we were using, and it seemed to bring sort of an excitement in the school about doing mathematics. That was one specific example.